I wanted to explain part of today's language and vocabulary assignment. This is the end writing prompt called the Reading Writing Connection, and it's worth 18 points you can see here. And here in the green is the prompt. So let's read over the prompt. It says, how would you explain or characterize the relationship between the Loisels at the start of the story prior to the necklace being lost? So you want to talk about what the relationship is like in the beginning when Madame Loisel is so dissatisfied with her life and her husband, Monsieur Loisel, is doing his best to try to bring her happiness. It asks you to cite evidence from the text, writing 1 or 2 paragraphs to explain the relationship and marriage. Now, what I did is I wrote a response, and you guys will see it down here below. And it says, this response needs a lot of help. It is your job to edit and revise the paragraph by doing the following. And I give you 8 tasks here. And then you can see down here in the paragraph, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. For each direction here, it's going to correspond to where the number is. So let's take a look at the first couple so we can give you a good head start. Number 1 says, rewrite the topic sentence to the paragraph to include the title of the story, which is worth a point, the author, worth a point, and the driving topic or idea of the paragraph. Now, here, all I have is they do not even have a relationship. I don't mention the story title, I don't mention the author, and even though there's kind of a topic there, it's not really clear. So you want to rewrite that. In the story, in the short story, The Necklace by Guy de Maupassant, the couple, Madame and Monsieur, I didn't spell that right, Loisel, have a very strained relationship. There's my name of the story, my author, and then my driving idea for the paragraph, that their relationship is strained. So then it asks me to combine sentence 2 and 3. So number 2 says combine sentence 2 and 3 into one sentence since they are both about the same idea. So let's take a look at questions 2 and 3. Madame Loisel is only thinking of herself at the beginning of the story. She only cares about her thoughts, her unhappiness, and her disappointment. So let's kind of take a look at that. Instead of saying at the beginning of the story here at the end of the sentence, let's go ahead and put that transition at the beginning of the sentence. So at the beginning of the story, Madame Loisel only thinks and cares about her own thoughts, unhappiness, and disappointments. So I've taken these 2 ideas, since they're related, and combined them into one. Now number 3 says find evidence from the story that supports the ideas in sentence 2 and 3. So here, I have no sentence here for number 3. That's because it's your job to go into the story and find an example of her being self-centered. What is an example of her thinking about her own dissatisfaction in life? So you can talk about a lot of different things. You can talk about how she sits there at dinner when her husband is complimenting the meal and she just wishes for more finery, better meals, better serving plates, all this thing. You can talk about how she's not happy with the little help she gets from the young girl in Brittany in her house. You can talk about how she sits there and daydreams of living in a fine house with tapestries on the walls and entertaining guests that are distinguished. So find an example from the story and add it in there. Number 4 says start this sentence with an appropriate transition. So you have sentence 4 here. Monsieur Loisel finds the positive in their lives. Well, this is indeed very opposite of what Madame Loisel does. So you want to find an appropriate transition that would make sense here to show that we're discussing a big difference between the two characters. Question 5 says find an example that supports that sentence. So you want to find an example when Monsieur Loisel finds the positive in their lives for number 5. 6, increased interest for the reader by combining sentences 5 and 6 utilizing one or two transitions and combining them in such a way that they make sense. So again, sentences 5 and 6 here. Next to number 6, he's very giving to his wife. She is always complaining and wishing for more. You want to combine those in some way by incorporating some words that will connect those two sentences. Then we have 7, which is a run-on sentence here, and it's pretty long, and you can see lots of commas in there. So we want to make sure that we break that up. You can break it up into multiple sentences. You can take pieces out, or you can reword it so that maybe it is more clear. And then finally, 8 has no sentence after it. You need to end it with an appropriate concluding sentence that summarizes the nature of their relationship. So again, it's going to strike back to how we started, that it's a strained relationship. So you want to reword that with an appropriate conclusion. So what I really like to see is you guys leave this paragraph here alone and then retype the paragraph down here below and then go ahead and put it into the red font so that I know that is your paragraph. I hope this helps you out a little bit with understanding what you need to do for this particular part of the assignment. And if you have any questions, go ahead and come check in with me in room 201. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.